You can tell how liked you are by what people do when you walk in a room. You should be surrounded by people who light up when you walk in the room. You should want those people to be your friends. If people turn away or act like they don't see you or give you the cold shoulder, those ain't your friends. So, what happens when a president walks into various diplomatic situations around the world? You can always tell who the alpha is in these situations. Remember, Joe Biden is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump walked into North Korea without any military or armed guards. Do you know we're still at war with North Korea? We are still technically at war with this country. And here's Donald Trump, big dick swinging, walking right into North Korea with Kim Jong-un. Pretty cool. Very alpha. Donald Trump also was very alpha on the world stage. He famously told NATO countries that they would be crippled by their dependence on Russian gas and oil. Boy, this aged like a fine wine.
But Germany is totally controlled by Russia, because they were getting from 60 to 70% of their energy from Russia and a new pipeline. Germany is just paying a little bit over 1%, whereas the United States in actual numbers is paying 4.2% of a much larger GDP. So I think that's inappropriate also. You know, we're protecting Germany, we're protecting France, we're protecting everybody, and yet we're paying a lot of money to protect. Now, this has been going on for decades. This has been brought up by other presidents, but other presidents never did anything about it because I don't think they understood it or they just didn't want to get involved. But I have to bring it up because I think it's very unfair to our country. It's very unfair to our taxpayer. And I think that these countries have to step it up, not over a 10-year period. They have to step it up immediately.
Where's the money, man? Where's my money?
And so it was with Joe Biden's abysmal and sad engagements across the world that you begin to truly see what America looks like in decline. World leaders don't like Joe Biden. They make fun of Joe Biden. Joe Biden often looks scared and lost on the world stage. In fact, at a summit in England, Joe Biden literally got lost and started wandering around. In Israel recently, Joe Biden took to the stage and then started shaking imaginary hands of people who weren't there. Joe Biden is making a fool of himself around the world, and people can tell. Joe Biden is at the edges of every photo. He is an abysmal foreign policy disaster, but in spite of all of these failings, there is none that stuck out more than Joe Biden in Saudi Arabia. Joe Biden was in Saudi Arabia for a few days this weekend, and it was pathetic. If you want to see the difference between how a real leader is greeted by a country that depends on it and how a fake leader is greeted, and a feeble leader and a weak leader and somebody with fake hair and fake teeth and a fake pulse, check out how the Saudis treated Trump versus how they treated Biden. First off, the greeting. Well, Joe Biden was greeted by some low-level ministerial positions inside of Saudi Arabia. Donald Trump was greeted by the Saudi king himself, a deity inside the country and a ruling monarch. Donald Trump had the red carpets. Joe Biden had nothing. Joe Biden looked lost and confused on the tarmac. Well, Donald Trump was immediately ushered with flags and draperies and music to the next event. And what was the event for Joe Biden? Well, that next event for Joe Biden was a fist bump with Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud. He is the de facto leader of Saudi Arabia and the royal family. Joe Biden fist bumped the guy and then went through and shook the hands of the various dignitaries inside of the palace, just to show you how brain dead these policies are that Biden is practicing. And Joe Biden's trip to Saudi Arabia was ultimately a pathetic failure. Meanwhile, Donald Trump's trip to Saudi Arabia was met with fanfare and extreme celebration. The Saudis put on a festival for Donald Trump. There was even a sword ceremony that was famous, got memed like crazy. Donald Trump holding a sword while the Saudis danced. Donald Trump was given a gigantic golden medal, a protector of the Saudi domain, the highest honor you can get in Saudi Arabia. The king himself awarded this to Donald Trump and put it around his neck. Melania was stunning. The trip was a huge success, and Saudi Arabia signed on to the Abraham Accords, ultimately allowing and normalizing relationships with Israel, letting Israeli planes fly over Saudi airspace, and Donald Trump got what he wanted: peace in the Middle East and a stronger relationship with our allies. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's going home not just empty-handed, but even in worse shape. Joe Biden was there to beg like a cretin and like scum for oil, and it didn't work. Saudi is not making more oil. Saudi is not going to change their oil production. In fact, reports say that Saudi is buying Russian oil to sell it to the West. What a hose job. Oil prices surged this week to $100 a barrel on Monday after Joe Biden left Saudi Arabia hat in hand like a chump. Oil is up to $103 a barrel. It's up nearly 2.5% and expected to skyrocket even more because Joe Biden has killed the oil industry here in this country. Joe Biden, an embarrassing failure, an absolute joke on the national stage, and somebody who you should say, wow, man, do you miss me yet? I do miss Donald Trump. America was respected and people didn't treat us like garbage. But hey, what can you do when you have a president of the United States that you're like holding your breath when you watch him walk down the stairs of Air Force One? So scary. Did Joe Biden fall down the stairs on this trip? Well, metaphorically, he did. Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears taste like ice cream. We ridicule the establishment, and we do so because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you liked what you saw, please click the thumbs up. Please punch, subscribe, and ring the bell to let you know when we have a new video. Don't you want us to let you know when we're live? Please check out more of our videos here and sign up for our mailing list in case something happens and the plug gets pulled. We want to be able to keep in touch with you. My name is Benny Johnson, and thank you for watching. Based Patriots, stay free.